I've been flying a lot the last couple of weeks and haven't been home much at all, but this study's been getting a lot of press and I wanted to address it. So please forgive the computer chat cam and the random hotel room. This American Journal of Public Health study concluded that there's a direct correlation between private firearm ownership and homicide of police officers. But one doesn't have to go very deep in this study at all to start finding problems. The first issue is in their measure of firearm ownership. You see, they chose not to use sales data or firearm ownership surveys. Rather, they used the percentage of suicides committed with a firearm to represent the percentage of firearm ownership. Now, this is far from the best indicator and is a pretty odd choice. They also used a fixed effects method to adjust the raw data. That is, they used other studies' findings of the ways various factors affect homicide to adjust their data. Now, this is not uncommon, and the purpose is to eliminate other variables that may affect your outcome. However, this study used certain common effects and chose not to use others. They also failed to adjust for changes in these variables over time. Now, this had the effect of lowering the rates of police murders in places that have high crime rates, high divorce rate, low median income, and high African American populations. Now, these also tend to be the areas that have lower gun ownership. So what effect did all this have on the results? Well, the raw data supports the opposite conclusion, that more privately owned guns equals less murdered officers. And as the study admits, if you adjust only for violent crime rates and firearm ownership, you cannot produce a conclusive link. Furthermore, if you adjust for the variables over time, you again produce the opposite correlation. Even if you can justify all these odd choices and accept their data, the correlation does not hold up on a state-to-state basis, with states like Maine, Iowa, Vermont, and Wyoming having 0 officer murders during the study period, but having very high rates of firearm ownership. And then we have California that has one of the lowest rates of firearm ownership, yet has a relatively high rate of officer murder. In short, this is one of the most convoluted pieces of crap I've ever read. The researchers made a number of odd choices, and those choices were absolutely necessary to produce these results which they apparently desired. Now, does it surprise anybody to find out that much of this research was conducted at the Bloomberg School of Public Health? That's right, that Bloomberg.